Dino mortals, Mortal T here, and welcome to How To Tame, a series where I will be covering every tameable dino in Ark. Best way to tame them and going over their features or abilities. But first, small disclaimer, all this taming is done on a boosted server, but the taming method is exactly the same that you'd have to use on an official server. But if you're playing on an official server, you should know by now that it's going to take you a lot longer to gather resources and a lot longer to do the taming. But with that out of the way, let's just get to what we're going to be taming. So you've probably already seen it in the background. It's already started flying and it wandered off somewhere. So let's go and take a look at what we're going to be taming today. So I'm pretty sure it's up here where it landed. There it is. So, this is the Pelagornis. It's another flyer added into the game. And this is what we're going to be taming. So, we are going to need to knock it out. So, if you're on an official server, probably the best way to do this is probably bowler it to make sure it gets stuck. Because I'm pretty sure they'll just fly away once you hit them if you don't knock them out straight away. So, ours is down in just one, which is absolutely fantastic. How you doing? How you doing? Well, it's barbs and it's beak and everything. So, what are we going to need to tame this? Well, its preferred kibble is Pedomastrix kibble. Okay? Pedomastrix kibble. That is preferred kibble. So, I've got some right here. I'm just going to put it on. Let's put our gun away. So, if you want to do a perfect tame one of these and you do want to get the kibble, what you are going to need to make it, you're going to need obviously Pegomastrix eggs, 1 citronal, 1 raw prime fish meat, 2 medjool berries, and 3 fibres, which can be cooked in a cooking pot or the industrial cooker. But that is not the only thing you can tame it with. This is a fish eater, so any type of fish meat will do, but the best ones are, I'm going to list them right off now. So it's raw prime fish meat, cooked prime fish meat, raw fish meat, and cooked fish meat. They are the main 4 meats. Are you going to eat anytime soon? Not really. Okay, we just got to wait for its food to drop and then we can tame it. Its wingspan, as you can see, is pretty darn big. These are all bent up and it's still rather big. So this is, I'm pretty sure this is like one of the smallest flyers there is. Everything else is pretty biggish. But yeah, either the moth is probably one of the smallest as well. But other than that, I think this is one of the smallest like body types. It's got really a small body, and it really doesn't look like you can fly it because it is so small. But you can fly it. You can get a saddle for it. I'm just waiting for this goddamn food to go down. Taking forever and ever and ever. So yeah, you can get a saddle for it. It's right there in my inventory. But to unlock it, you're going to need to be level 43 to unlock it. But why would you get a Pelagornis instead of a, let's say, a Pteranodon or an Argent or the Tapejara? Well, for a couple of reasons, really. For one, it's not a bad flyer. It's got decent speed. Its turning's pretty darn good. And the other special feature is boom. Yes, it can land on water and swim around pretty quickly. Like I said, this is all done on a boosted server, so its speed is boosted. Don't expect it to go this fast if you're on an official server. It will be a bit slower, but it still is a reasonably good swimmer, a reasonably good flyer. So yeah, that's why I would get one, just because it can land on water. You don't have to hit any buttons to make it land on water. You literally just point your nose down into the water, and once it hits, I'll show you right now, Just go down, straight down, boom, and it'll just land. I didn't press nothing then. It just automatically lands on the water and starts swimming, which is really, really cool. It's a really cool feature, because otherwise any other type of flyer that you try and go onto the water, oh, shark, yeah, it would just boot you off the flyer, which is really unfortunate, and it's a really crappy thing. So I'm glad they did bring a flyer out that is able to float on the water. So yeah, it's actually really, really cool. And that shark is still coming for us. And we got a dolphin that's really curious. Manta rays, really cool. He's like Jaws. Got 2 of them now. I'm getting surrounded by sharks. But that doesn't matter, because we can just fly. Look at that. Look at its wingspan now. Its wingspan alone is huge. Look, all these sharks just trying to come for this Pelagornis, you know. So yeah, that's probably one thing you probably do have to look out for, is the predators of the sea coming for you, especially if you land on the water. They will come for you, but all you really have to do once you land, to get up, all you do is press A and aim upwards, and it'll just fly upwards. Pretty cool. Now, you usually find these near like the coastline. As you can see, there's some right here, just on the water. You'll just see them out and about. And yeah, they're just close to the coastline, close to the beaches and stuff like that. They're not too hard to find. As you can see, they're with some pteranodons just near the beaches. So really, really cool. So why else would you use one of these? Well, to be fair, it's got decent amount of stamina. I have not pumped any stats on this stamina so far. Even though this is on a boosted service, it's got 1,965, and I've been flying around for a while now, and you can see the stamina is going down, but we are still moving pretty fast. So this is a decent flyer for distance. If you definitely pump some stamina, it's really good for distance. Its flying speed is really good as well, because out in the wild they are not that fast. Once you have tamed a Pelagornis, they get a 36.5% boost in flying speed. I don't know if many people knew that, but yes, that is true. They do get a boost in their flying speed once they have been tamed. So really cool. So the Pelagornis is a fish eater, so it only makes sense that you can do something with fish, obviously. So, fishing is one of the things that a lot of people don't do, but fishing is really good for getting those blueprints, and really good blueprints. So, a good thing you can do on a Pelagornis, you can fly to any location that is good for fish, coal, mega piranha. It doesn't really matter what, as long as you have a fishing rod with you. I don't have one at the moment, so I can't show you, but you can fly your Pelagornis to the perfect location that you decided beforehand. And if it's out in an area that you can't really build a pier or a structure, just so you can put a seat down so you can sit and fish, you can always get a Pelagornis. You can land on the water, whip out your fishing rod, and just go fishing wherever you want to. You don't have to bring a seat with you or anything. You can just go fishing on the Pelagornis, which is really cool. So, let's open the canvas. Yeah, always trying to make sure that you're not attracting any attention in the water. You never know. Yeah, these are pretty cool. They do look awesome. It's like the Seagull of Ark, mainly. Really cool, right? I think they're really cool. A lot of people probably don't use them. They probably usually go for like a Pteranodon or an RG. It's one of the first flyers that people usually go for, Pteranodons and RGs, then probably a Tapejara. But most people don't recognize the uses of the Pelagornis. For one, it can land in water, so if you're getting shot at, or there's people, I don't know, trying to shoot you, it's a pretty decent swimmer. So you could fly out into the water where it's really, really safe. You could go up, way up to the barrier. Oh my god, that's so much glare. And fair enough, they might get a couple of pop shots at you with a long neck, with a scope or something. Oh, he was actually outside the barrier then. But other than that, you could fly along the coast without worrying about having to land for stamina, because it'll just land on the water and it'll quickly gain its stamina, which is pretty cool. I think that is a definitely upside for people who are playing PvP. It's a decent flyer as long as it pumps some health. Its health isn't that good, unfortunately. You pump some weight, health maybe, and definitely a bit of stamina. And this flyer will get you around the island pretty fast. You won't have to stop for stamina that many times, and if you're just over a stretch of water and your stamina's nearly out anyway, you do not have to worry, because it can land in the water and gain its stamina back once you are standing still. So I don't think the stamina is going up while I am swimming. The bar is still flashing, so if we stand still, stamina's still going down. And there we go, stamina is now full. We need some food, so I'm going to have to go and eat something. It's a shark. So it can attack on the water as well, so don't worry. Oh. Where's this shark? I'm going to try and kill this shark. I want some meat. Pump some melee damage. Oh, crap. There you go. As you can see, it can attack on water, so you don't have to worry too much about it. There we go, we got some meat. So boom, let's just take off from the water and fly back to where we go. So that is a Pelagornis models. I think it's actually a really cool flyer. To be fair, just look at that wingspan now, it's huge. So yeah, I hope you found this informative, and if it helps you out anyway, don't forget to show the like button, who is boss, by punching it in the face. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button, and as always, mortals, don't forget to share it with your family and your friends and around the world. It's super bright here, sorry. Yeah, that's it. I am Mortal T, and I am out.